Australia. It's today, it's 7th. It's Wednesday, the 7th June 2023. Continuing deposition and allegations of crime and corruption here in Australia. So got an email from Crimes and Corruption Commission in Queensland saying that they couldn't find any crimes against us and they're not going to take any further action. Really? Okay. So I was talking to GPT-4 last night, and judicial corruption comes under the Crimes and Corruption Commission's portfolio. So, refusing to do the duty, Section 200, the Queensland Crimes Act is a crime. So you go to the Crimes and Corruption Commission, committing crimes against the public. So you're paying for this bureaucracy trillions of dollars a year into state, federal government, forced to pay taxes, your own taxes. So and that's all you're getting is corruption. It's corruption. It's been going on for decades. Federal court is actually designed to commit crimes against children. It's secret court. They've got Section 121 of the Family Law Act. It's just so nasty and corrupt. We proved crimes, corruption, and in federal court, family court, Supreme Court. We had 3 Supreme Court judges. I forget their names. Look them up. That's on file. But what they're doing is the appeals judges, you file your appeal, you file it a week before your time, you only get 28 days to file. And they claiming, you're 2 days late, there's no excuses, they're not going to allow you to file and throw out your appeals based on that. Their claim is you filed 2 days late. So they do the same thing in every court, federal court, family court, same thing. So what I've been doing for years, if I file anything by mail, I put it in Express Post, which is registered post, and take a photo of the documents we're filing, and then track it through Express Post. And we did track it through the Express Post, got the letter from the Express Post saying, it was delivered 5 days before your time. And so what the appeals judges are doing, the appeals courts, the judiciary and the registrars are doing, are just lying at you. Lying, there's 3 federal court judges just lying. The federal, state, Supreme Court judges just lying at you. Knowing that your application for appeal was filed 5 days earlier than they needed, and that they produced no evidence, so they didn't produce the Express Post pack that was delivered in, and they actually just lie at you in court saying that you're 2 days late without producing evidence, yet you've produced the evidence of the post pack, photo of the post pack and the document and the letter from Australia Post, so they delivered it 5 days early. So that's how corrupt the judiciary are. And as we said before, under Section 3 or Clause 3 of the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act, Clause 5 and Clause 3. The rule of law applies to everyone. But when that Clause 5 of the Constitution Act, and talking to GPT-4 last night, saying, all these laws are legally binding, all these regulations are legally binding, and if the courts don't abide by the rule of law, then it's up to the Crimes and Corruption Commission to investigate and prosecute. You can actually prosecute judges under Queensland law and federal law as well, under Section 72, I think it was, of the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act. But Queensland Constitution's got similar, because every state government constitution should be states exactly that. State laws have to be synonymous with Commonwealth law. So Australia, you just got to know the judiciary most corrupt. Yeah, they would be. But they're just as corrupt as you. There's no separation of powers or responsibility. They have they call it separation of powers and responsibility because we work in a system of responsible government. So the judiciary's got their responsibilities, the executive government got their responsibilities, and the parliamentarians, they got their responsibilities as well. And they're all bound by the rule of law. But in what's happened in the last decade or so, especially the Labor Party, they, I find the Labor Party is corrupt as each other in different ways. The Labor Party is just I find it looks to me a bunch of narcissistic psychopaths that have absolute contempt for the public and the rule of law. But so does I find the same with the Liberal Party as well. They just don't. They won't investigate crime and corruption. So what should be happening? We've made the complaints to this laundry list of parliamentary members of parliament, senators, Crimes Corruption Commission, Legal Service Commission, Human Rights Commission, even the Attorney General, Governor General, court officials, Chief Justice, Supreme Court, Queensland Chief Justice, who should be doing a judicial review, but they refuse, obviously. Christine Holmes was the last, a previous Supreme Court Justice, and she resigned, probably because of what I accused her of doing, sent to her. And that's what happens if they violate the Constitution, their duties under law. They usually just fall on their sword and they resign, and that's what's happening with the Attorney General's Labor Party's state, Queensland State Government Attorney Generals, who keep swapping them out. So we're back to the one we had originally, DeGath or whoever. At the moment, that's why I put the date on here so you know you work out who the current Attorney General is. And yeah, so we've got a completely corrupt government, completely corrupt judiciary, completely corrupt Crimes and Corruption Commission, because they should be referring it to the Legal Services Commission, especially when Jared Mobbs is obviously under allegations of filing a fraudulent and perjurious affidavit and application. It was a major criminal offence that the Crimes and Corruption Commission can't seem to bring himself to abide by the rule of law. So yeah, the crimes that are being committed against us at the behest of Albanese, current Prime Minister, and Annstazi, Plalisha, the Premier of Queensland. It's at their behest. It's called responsibility. They're responsible for criminal behaviours at the moment. So, yeah, technically they are in violation of state and federal law. So we don't have a responsible government or a valid government. It's no different from the Russian government, which is Vladimir Putin, who's a lawyer. So is Ted Bundy, who was a member of the Republicans. It's funny how the Republicans and the Democrats, when America's a democratic republic, and Australia's a republic as well. Commonwealth means republic, and Commonwealth is obviously the most important word in existence. It means common well-being, and it's noticed on the Queensland Constitution they say welfare. They make orders for the peace, order and welfare of the public. So there you go. Thanks for listening, it's Australia. But yeah, just know you don't have any access to rule of law. Government's completely corrupt, and the taxing fraudulently.